Good morning, dear students. Good morning. Let me continue with the topic of chapter number 1, working and auxiliary motion in the machine tools. So, in the last lecture, we have seen the classification of the machine tools. Okay, that what are that classification? Let me revise it one, so it will be helpful to you. So, there is a normal classification of machine tools are based on the following category like chip formation process. So, if chip based on the chip formation process, then machining are classified as a single point cutting tool or the mid point cutting tool that we have also discussed in our previous lecture. And the second one is the abrasive machine tools. So, based on that, there is a grinding, honing, lapping, etc. And third one, there is a non-conventional machining process. That means that the workpiece and the tool that are not in contact with each other. So on that there is a EDM, USM, ECM, so many processes that you have studied in your next semester in the production technology subjects. Okay. Now the concentrate on the today topic. Now see, let we all are know that there are so many machines that we have studied in this manufacturing process like lathe, milling, drilling, the grinding, honing, lapping, etc. Okay. So based on that, what are the motion condition? Okay, our today topic name is working and auxiliary motion. Okay, so based on that, if we are considering the lathe machine, see we all know that this all are the machining process, and in this whole machining process there are two types of things are coming. One is the workpiece, another one there is a tool. So based on the motion of the workpiece and tool, there is a different motion. Based on the motion of the workpiece and tool, there are the different category of the primary motion and the feed motion of different machine. Like if you see in this figure, there is a just a minute. Yeah. If you see at here, there is a workpiece, another one there is a tool. Okay. Now in the workpiece and the tool, this we have done the we use the shaper and slaughter machine, okay, to give the shape of it. See, this all are the machining process. And what do you mean by the machining process? Machining process, it means that we remove the unwanted material from the workpiece with the help of some tool, with the help of some cutting tool, and whatever the shape that we have get. Okay, so in that, if we are considering the shaper and slaughter machine, then what happen in the shaper and slaughter machine? There is a reciprocating motion of the cutting tool. Now see, this is a cutting tool, okay, this is a cutting tool, and the cutting tool that is work in the reciprocating direction, like in the to and fro motion, okay, in this direction, and the workpiece that is also moving at in this direction, right? Okay, so it will be considered as a feed motion. So if we see that there is a just a minute. Primary motion that is coming on the reciprocating motion of the cutting tool, and the feed motion that is coming in the translatory motion of the workpiece. Okay, that is the category of the primary motion and feed motion. If someone asking you in the exam that there is the different shaper and slaughter machine, and that where is the feed motion? So feed motion are coming in the workpiece in the shaper and slaughter machine, and it is in the form of the translatory motion. Now the next one, that is a grinding machine. Okay. Now see, in the grinding machine, we have used the grinding tool to give the surface finish on the workpiece. Now in that, there is a primary motion that is coming on the rotary motion, right? Now if we see at here, this is the grinding tool and this is the workpiece. Okay. Now rotary motion of the grinding wheel, okay, that will be coming on the wheel. So it is a basic our cutting tool. Cutting tool, it means that it is a surface finishing tool to do the grinding, and the translatory or rotary motion that is coming on the workpiece. It means in this both primary motion and the feed motion are in the rotary condition. Okay. Now if we see, there is a third machine, that is a milling machine. Okay, and if we consider the milling machine, so in the milling machine there is a rotary motion, there is a primary motion that is coming on the milling cutter. Okay, milling machine are generally used to remove the workpiece in the form of chips. Okay, so in that we have used the milling cutter to remove the chips from the workpiece. So milling cutter are rotating it means it has a rotary motion. Okay, so that is coming in the primary motion. And for the feed motion, there is a workpiece that is coming in the translatory motion. Okay. In all machine, you have just keep in mind two things. Either the motion is the translatory or it is the rotary. If there is a grinding machine, then it both workpiece in the or the tool both are in the rotary motion. If it is a grinding machine, if it is a milling machine, then the workpiece are in the translatory motion and the cutting tool or the cutter that is in the rotary motion. Now the fourth one, that is our basic machine, that is called the lathe machine. And in the lathe machine, if you see, there is a just you see it here. See, lathe machine are the basic machine of all machine. Okay, in there is a workpiece. Here there is a workpiece that is rotate in the rotary direction. Okay, workpiece are fixed in some jaws, and whenever we start the motor, then jaws are continuously rotating, and with that the workpiece is also rotating. And whatever the feed motion, that is in the translatory motion of a cutting tool in the axial and the radial direction. Again, keep in mind two things. There is two types of motion: primary motion and feed motion. Feed motion, it means the auxiliary motion. Primary motion, that is coming on the workpiece in the lathe machine, and it is in the form of the rotary. And the feed motion, that is coming in the translatory motion of the cutting tool, and that is in the axial and the radial direction. Okay, so it is working in the translatory condition. What working in the translatory condition? जो feed motion है वो translatory condition में है, और जो वर्कपीस का मोशन है वो रोटरी कंडीशन के अंदर है. ओके, तो जो whatever the workpiece motion that we are considering in the primary motion, and the feed motion that is coming in the translatory condition, that is in the cutting tool. Now the fifth one, that is the drilling machine. Okay, and if you see in the drilling machine, there is a one drilling tool at here that we have seen. Okay, and this drilling motion are rotating in the rotary condition. Okay, so here primary motion is the rotary motion of the drill, and workpiece that is fixed. Okay, workpiece is not moving, workpiece is fixed, so it is considered as a translatory motion of the drill. Okay, so feed motion are the translatory motion of the drill, and rotary motion and the primary motion, that is the rotary motion of the drill. That is the division of the primary motion and auxiliary motion or the feed motion of the cutting tool. So these are the basic question that is coming in the exam, that explain primary motion or an working auxiliary motion of various machine tools. Okay, so that we have covered in this video. So I hope you understood. If you have any query, then kindly comment in the comment section and write down your enrollment number and name in the comment section. Thank you for today. We will meet tomorrow with next new topic. Bye.